stop brushing your teeth the wrong way. What if I told you that the tartar buildup destroying your teeth right now is actually bacteria hiding inside calcium fortresses, and your regular toothpaste can't touch them? Give me just 60 seconds to reveal the simple, 3-ingredient remedy the dentists don't want you to know about, because it works better than expensive cleanings and uses ingredients your body already produces naturally. This isn't about better brushing technique. This is about understanding what's really happening in your mouth right now and how to stop it before you need another painful dental procedure. Let's start with what tartar actually is, because most people have no idea they're dealing with one of nature's most sophisticated survival mechanisms. Tartar isn't just food stuck on your teeth. It's not simple plaque that you can brush away. Tartar is what scientists call a biofilm, and it's absolutely fascinating in the worst possible way. Bacteria have figured out how to build protective houses made of calcium that shield them from your immune system and from antibiotics. They literally construct domes over themselves and hide underneath, invisible to your body's defenses. Think about that for a moment. These microorganisms are so sophisticated that they've developed architectural strategies to survive in hostile environments. 95% of bacteria in nature live in biofilms. This isn't just happening in your mouth. If you've ever picked up a rock from a stream and noticed it feels slimy and slippery, that's biofilm. They're everywhere water exists, which means your saliva is the perfect breeding ground for these bacterial colonies to thrive and multiply. When biofilms grow out of control in your mouth, you start experiencing problems. Bad breath is one of the first signs. Then comes inflammation. Your gums start receding as the infection spreads. Eventually, it gets so bad that you have to go to the dentist for a cleaning or extraction. The dentist scrapes away the hardened tartar with metal tools, which is painful and expensive, and then, a few months later, it's back again. You're stuck in this endless cycle of build-up and removal, never actually solving the underlying problem. But what if you could prevent the biofilm from forming in the first place? What if you could manage it so effectively that those dental cleanings became unnecessary? That's exactly what I'm going to show you, but first, you need to understand why these biofilms are forming excessively in your mouth. Because the solution isn't just about what you put on your teeth. It's about what you're putting in your body. The bacteria living in these biofilms feed on sugar. When you consume sugar, or if you're diabetic and have elevated blood glucose, you're literally providing the perfect food source for these microorganisms. They feast on the sugar and produce lactic acid as a waste product. This acid accumulation creates a major problem. When the pH in your mouth drops to between 3.5 and 5.5, becoming highly acidic, your body starts pulling calcium out of your teeth in a process called decalcification. This is how cavities form. So you have this vicious cycle happening. You eat sugar. Bacteria eat the sugar and produce acid. The acid lowers your mouth's pH. The acidic environment pulls calcium from your teeth, creating cavities and weakening enamel. Meanwhile, the bacteria use that same calcium to build their protective biofilm houses, creating more tartar. You're literally feeding the problem and providing the building materials for bacterial fortresses at the same time. This is why people who consume a lot of sugar or who have diabetes struggle with constant dental problems no matter how much they brush. They're fighting the symptoms without addressing the cause. But even if you clean up your diet and reduce sugar intake, you still need to deal with the biofilms that are already established. That's where this simple 3-ingredient remedy comes in, and it's so effective because it works with your body's natural defense mechanisms instead of against them. The first ingredient is baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. This is crucial for neutralizing the acid that bacteria produce. Remember, when your mouth becomes too acidic, calcium leaches from your teeth. Baking soda raises the pH, making your mouth more alkaline and creating an environment where bacteria can't produce acid effectively. This protects your teeth from decalcification and helps prevent cavities. But here's what makes baking soda even more interesting. Your saliva naturally produces sodium bicarbonate for exactly this purpose. Your body already knows that buffering acids in your mouth is essential for dental health. You're not introducing some foreign chemical. You're simply supplementing what your body produces naturally, which means virtually no side effects. You're giving your natural defenses a boost. Baking soda also helps break down the biofilm structure itself. It weakens the calcium houses that bacteria hide in, making them vulnerable to removal. When you brush with baking soda, you're not just cleaning surface debris. You're actually dismantling the protective architecture that allows bacteria to survive and multiply unchecked. The second ingredient is hydrogen peroxide, specifically 3% hydrogen peroxide that you can buy at any drugstore. Hydrogen peroxide is incredibly effective at inhibiting biofilm development and killing bacteria, yeast, and other microbes. It penetrates the biofilm structures and destroys the organisms hiding inside. This is powerful antimicrobial action that works on multiple types of pathogens simultaneously. And here's the remarkable part. Just like with baking soda, your body already produces hydrogen peroxide. It's present in your saliva as one of your immune system's primary weapons against microbes. Your cells manufacture hydrogen peroxide specifically to kill invading organisms. So again, you're not using some harsh synthetic chemical. You're using a compound your body recognizes and produces naturally. You're just providing it in higher concentrations to overwhelm the bacterial colonies. When you combine baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, you create a powerful 1-2 punch against biofilms. The baking soda neutralizes acid and weakens the calcium structures, while the hydrogen peroxide kills the bacteria living inside those structures. Together, they prevent new biofilms from forming and help eliminate existing ones. This is far more effective than regular toothpaste alone because you're attacking the problem from multiple angles simultaneously. Here's exactly how to make and use this remedy. Take 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and mix it with 1/4 teaspoon of 3% hydrogen peroxide in half a cup of water. That's it. 3 simple ingredients: water, baking soda, hydrogen peroxide. Mix them together until the baking soda dissolves. After you brush your teeth with your regular toothpaste, use this mixture with your toothbrush to brush again, making sure to reach all surfaces of your teeth and along the gum line. What you'll notice over time is remarkable. Your teeth will feel smoother and smoother. That rough, fuzzy feeling you get on your teeth by the end of the day will diminish. The tartar that used to build up rapidly between dental cleanings will slow down or stop forming altogether. Your gums will be healthier, less inflamed, less prone to bleeding. Your breath will improve because you're eliminating the bacteria that produce foul-smelling compounds. This isn't an overnight miracle. You need to use this consistently, ideally once or twice daily after your regular brushing routine. But within weeks, you'll notice significant improvements. Within months, your dentist will be surprised at how clean your teeth are. You're preventing the problem instead of just treating the symptoms. Now let me give you some additional strategies that enhance this remedy's effectiveness. First, if you chew gum, make sure it's sweetened with xylitol. Xylitol is a sugar alcohol that has anti-biofilm properties. It prevents bacteria from adhering to your teeth, making it harder for biofilms to establish themselves. Many dentists recommend xylitol gum for exactly this reason. It's not just about keeping your mouth busy, it's about actively fighting bacterial adhesion. There are also natural herbs with anti-biofilm properties that you can incorporate into your routine. Rosemary, clove, thyme, oregano oil, garlic, curcumin from turmeric, and cinnamon all have compounds that inhibit biofilm formation. You can use essential oils as mouth rinses, cook with these herbs regularly, or even find toothpastes that contain these natural ingredients. They work synergistically with the baking soda and hydrogen peroxide remedy. There's also interesting research on vitamin K2 and dental plaque. While the studies are somewhat mixed, there appears to be a positive correlation between vitamin K2 supplementation and reduced tartar formation. People who take vitamin K2, which usually comes packaged with vitamin D3, often report that their teeth feel smoother and cleaner over time. The theory is that vitamin K2 helps transport calcium into bones and teeth where it belongs, rather than allowing it to deposit in soft tissues or be used by bacteria to build biofilms. Vitamin K2's primary function is calcium regulation. It directs calcium to your skeletal system and pulls it out of places it shouldn't be, like your arteries, soft tissues, and potentially the bacterial biofilms on your teeth. This makes sense from a biological standpoint. If calcium is being properly utilized by your body, there's less available for bacteria to hijack for their protective structures. But the foundation of preventing tartar always comes back to diet. If you're constantly consuming sugar and refined carbohydrates, you're feeding the bacteria no matter what remedies you use. You have to cut off their food supply, reduce sugar intake dramatically. If you're diabetic, get your blood glucose under control. Without excess sugar in your saliva, bacteria can't produce the acid that creates the perfect environment for biofilm growth and tooth decay. Think of it as a comprehensive approach. Clean up your diet to stop feeding the bacteria. Use the baking soda and hydrogen peroxide remedy to neutralize acids and kill microbes. Incorporate anti-biofilm natural compounds like xylitol and herbs. Consider vitamin K2 supplementation for better calcium regulation. This multi-pronged strategy attacks the problem from every angle and gives you the best possible results. Your mouth is a window into your overall health. Chronic dental problems aren't just about your teeth. They're indicators of systemic issues. Poor oral health has been linked to heart disease, diabetes, respiratory infections, and even dementia. When you improve your dental health, you're improving your entire body's health. Those bacteria in biofilms don't just stay in your mouth. They can enter your bloodstream and cause inflammation throughout your entire system. So here's your action plan. Tonight, before bed, mix up this simple remedy. 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon 3% hydrogen peroxide, 1/2 cup of water. Brush your teeth with regular toothpaste first, then brush again with this mixture. Do this every night for 2 weeks and pay attention to how your teeth feel. Notice the smoothness, the reduced buildup, the healthier gums. Cut back on sugar starting today. Switch to xylitol gum if you chew gum. Consider adding vitamin K2 to your supplement routine. These simple changes will transform your dental health and save you thousands of dollars in dental bills over your lifetime. Comment below and tell me if you struggle with tartar buildup. Are you willing to try this remedy? Subscribe for more simple, science-based health solutions using natural ingredients your body already recognizes. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video where I'll cover another health problem you can solve at home. Your teeth are meant to last your entire life. Give them the care they deserve.